mean, I was like, I didn't read that much, but I feel like I read a decent amount of pages in October. Let's check that. What's up? I hope you good. So today we're gonna talk about all the books I have read, even though I have not finished one book, so which is An Unkindness of Ghosts. I'm planning on finishing by the time you're gonna be seeing this video, whatever, but I'm gonna update you on the next book haul, whatever, but I just wanna upload this on time. I know I could just wait and upload it on the 15th of November, whatever, but we don't care. But I have not finished An Unkindness of Ghosts, but soon I will. Just because we love some stats, I'm gonna start with some stats. Oh, also I forgot a book to include here, which is a book without being a book. I'm gonna explain it a bit later. So in October I have read 7 books, which is not bad because I really thought, like, even if I'm behind on my TBR, I still managed to read quite some books. That's good. But it's almost 8 because of the Unkindness of Ghosts. So I have read a total of 2,805 pages. I did not DNF any books, and one of the books was actually in French, which is the first book ever that I've read in French recently, which is kind of interesting, but you're gonna see which one it was. We got 3 5 stars, 3 4 stars, and 1 2 stars. Okay, decent. Okay, let's talk about them. So the first one that I've read and finished, I believe it was Mexican Gothic, which I gave 2 stars. I'm gonna link the live show down below so you can check the overall thoughts we had regarding that book. So the beginning of the live show is spoiler free, then you have spoilers. But what was the issue for me is that it wasn't horror enough for me for 60% of the book, which is not fair to say because there are so many subgenres in horror that are not that well known, and I'm expecting Steph to actually make a very interesting video about subgenres in horror books. I believe there is a horror book for every single person, so that's gonna be interesting. But also because for me nothing happened until 65% in the book, and I was kind of bored and expected something completely different. So yeah, but the writing style was okay. Like, it was a good writing style. I think it was a me problem. Then I have read Celtic Tales during Winter-a-thon, which is a private readathon that I have with my patrons, so the winter pack. This one was gifted to me by Chloe, and it was picked by Martha. I believe she wanted me to read that one during the Winter-a-thon because some of the walls have special powers in the patron, whatever. But I really, really enjoyed this one. Celtic Tales, 5 stars. I cannot say more. Fairy tales and stories of enchantment from Ireland, Scotland, Brittany, and Wales. It was really well done, and it had some amazing illustrations, so a win-win. Then we have this book, so Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe by Alex White, which was gifted to me by Jess and picked by Jess for me to read during the Winter-a-thon. I was really surprised by this book because it has been on my TBR for a long time, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting the balance between sci-fi and fantasy in this book. It was quite surprising, and it really worked for me. So it was a 4 stars for me, pretty high, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to continue with the series. And the characters, I really love them, and you saw them grow within the book, within the pages after pages, whatever the English correct sentence is, whatever. But I really, really enjoyed it. It's a chunky book, I would say, like 400 pages, like 440 pages, but it's totally worth it, and the paperback is so floppy, and it was so unique and so interesting. I really love the characters. I think I listened to the audiobook while reading it, and the audiobook was also super good, so I would definitely recommend that one. Then we have obviously this one, Empire of the Vampire, that a lot of people have read. I give it 4 stars. So I really enjoyed the beginning of the book, I really enjoyed the ending of this book. I struggled in the middle of it because so many point of views, but also so many time difference kind of thing. So you were in the past, in the future, in the present, the past, blah blah blah, and I was a bit confused because the writing style is so dense and so, I don't know, that I struggled a little bit probably because it's not my native language or whatever, but also because I was really tired while reading it. And it took me like 3 weeks to actually finish it, and I was buddy reading it with a group of friends. Like, I still struggled to read the 50 pages I needed to read every single day, and I was late many times, but I really struggled. I don't know how come, but I also really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the very beginning of it because it gave me the interview with the vampire vibes, which I really enjoyed. But then it got a bit different, which I lost interest in, but I think it was mostly because I was tired. But chunky book that I would recommend to some people, not everyone though. Then okay, this one. So I've read this one, Épargnant actually. So it is a book about the ETFs, which I believe is in English. Yeah, an exchange trade fund, so a type of investment funds, an exchange trade product, stocks, etc, etc. And it explains you how you can buy some and make money out of it over the years, and how sometimes it is, I mean, it's not sometimes, it is always more efficient than other ways that the government wants you to follow, etc. And what is so impressive with it is that it's so approachable. Everyone can do it, but no one knows about it. And the fact that no one knows about it, every time you hear about it, you're just like, okay, but it's not gonna work, because if it was working, everyone would do that. But actually, it's not the case. Like, it works, but no one is doing it for many reasons. I'm not saying that you should do that, because money is money. I'm not saying that you have to blah blah blah. This is what I do, this is what many people around me are doing. And at the beginning I was like, yeah, but that's just like something you're gonna lose over days or whatever. And on the long term, actually no. So I'm definitely gonna read more of these very interesting books, but Then we have Rune, which is the third book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. 5 stars, do I have to say it? No, 5 stars, because it is an absolutely amazing series. I'm in love with the characters, and I don't want the series to be over as much as I want it to be over, because I want to read other series by that author, especially because there is another trilogy linked to the Banished Lands, which I'm really curious about. So 5 stars, one of my favorite series of the year, without a doubt. And then to finally finish this short video, I hope so, we have this one, so Monstress, that was gifted to me by Rune and picked for me to read during the Readathons by Femke. And I gave it 4 stars because I was really intrigued. I did not expect anything from it. I did not expect it to be that gore-ish, but I really enjoyed it. So I gave it 4 stars, and I really want to continue with the other volumes. And the graphic, like the drawings, they're gorgeous. And there are like some creatures like human with animal attributes that I really love. I love that. Anything animals or nature related, I'm in. Like, that's just wild. But that's actually a story behind my name, like the Wild Sasha. Not wild because I'm wild or whatever, but wild because of the wilderness and the nature and the animals. And whenever I'm in the middle of a forest, even if I'm lost, and I'm gonna be like so peaceful. Even if I'm lost, that's not a joke. Like, leave me in the middle of Brussels here, I'm gonna be like panicking and whatever, but in the middle of the forest, I'm just gonna be like, ugh. So that's why the Wild Sasha. I enjoyed this one as well. But yeah, so that's it for, I think I have Mooney's hair here as usual, if I don't have some lipsticks on my teeth. But yeah, that's it. I actually did good, okay? So to be fair, I did good. I did bad because there are other books I needed to read in October, so The Hollow Places, White, so Winter White and Wicket, and The Nature of Witches, and I needed to finish An Unkindness of Ghosts, which is gonna be happening, but I really need to do that. But yeah, so I did good, I did bad, whatever. It was an okay month, I would say. Yeah, I did good actually, if you have to be fair. I'm just mad at myself for not doing better. Stupid Sasha. But yeah, let me know how you did in October. What was your favorite book? What was your least favorite book? If you didn't read, let me know what you did for yourself. And yeah, that's it, wolves. Thank you so much for watching this video, wolves. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section as usual. And until next time, take care, wolves. Bye.